right, today we're talking about something that is going to impact almost every family over the next couple decades, and that's what the media is calling the great wealth transfer. So, over $80 trillion is expected to pass from one generation to the next during the great wealth transfer. And the big question isn't just who gets the money, it's what actually happens after the money is transferred. So, at its core, this is going to be the largest shift in largest shift of wealth in history. Assets are moving from parents and grandparents, primarily baby boomers, to children, grandchildren, and other future generations. So this is going to include a variety of types of accounts, right? You're going to have retirement accounts, you've got real estates, you've got businesses, investment portfolios. But here's the really important part. Most families do a great job spending time building wealth and spend very little time planning on how that wealth moves on to the next generation. Without a clear plan, wealth transfers can create, even more problems than opportunities for the next generation. Because we often see in our business confusion around who gets what. Sometimes that'll lead to unexpected taxes that people have to pay. No one likes to pay extra taxes. We'll even see family tension and disagreements about how wealth is moving, who it's moving to. And in many cases, if they aren't prepared for it, the next generation is going to mismanage that wealth, and it's going to be quickly lost. Just go read Fortune's Children's about the Vanderbilts, and it's a great demonstration of how even the wealthiest families can lose their fortune over multiple generations. In fact, even in that book, and even if you look historically, a large percentage of inherited wealth is actually lost or gone by the second and third generation. And it's not because people are careless with it in a lot of cases. It's because they weren't prepared to handle it. So families that are prepared to handle this really well tend to focus on a few things. First of which is just clear communication. They don't keep their wealth a secret. They have open conversations about the expectations, values, and intentions of the wealth. Second, just educating the next generation and preparing them for it. Your heirs need to understand how the money is currently invested, what it's meant to accomplish, and how to make smart decisions with it in the future, right? And that starts with education. And then third, you probably want to look at having a really structured plan for the wealth, a plan that people understand. And that's going to include estate planning documents, the tax strategies you're using, trust to protect assets when appropriate, and a clear roadmap for how the assets will transfer. You can sit down and have these meetings, and people will nod their heads and say, yeah, I understand. But having a map or a clear roadmap of what assets go where and why they're going there go a long way in protecting that wealth for future generations. Because it's not just about the money here, it's about the responsibility that comes along with inheriting that wealth. So when it's done right, the transfer can be incredibly powerful for that next generation. It can create long-term financial security, which is likely one of the goals. Fund opportunities like education or future business ventures for the family, and it can strengthen the family alignment and legacy. If everyone is educated and everyone understands the purpose of the plan, that alignment becomes very strong. But this doesn't happen automatically. It takes intentional planning. So if this is something your family will face, and it likely is, start the conversation early, because the goal isn't just to pass down wealth. The goal is to pass it down well, so it's can last longer than just that second and third generation. This is Travis. We'll see you next time.